Hey you guys, how's it going? It's Beginnings here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. Today's video is going to be another TeeMee video because I've been getting a lot of requests for it and it's been a good bit of time since my last TeeMee video, and I've actually been sitting on this actual video clip for quite a while. I'd say like a few days at this point. It was really fun. This was another duo queue game, me and Zayn. Zephys and TeeMee is a really nice combo. If you guys are on the same page for even just a majority of the time, then you can pull off some pretty great combos. Level 1, we cannot get mid vision because the enemy has a Varus mid actually, and that's something you see quite a bit, at least in competitive play. The Zenial made the mistake of starting his second ability, and we will definitely be punishing that. Without his first ability, he really can't contest me in the bush. We're going to go ahead and use our little explosion on the wave, make sure our Dao Chen hits level 2. The Zenial jumps in, and there's nothing we can really do because our stun isn't quite up yet. We know the Varus is in the bush on the right. She does miss her second ability. She hasn't thrown out her first ability yet, as far as I can see. The Zenial is in kind of a rough place now. The Dao Chen misses her freeze, but it's okay. Zenial uses his jump once again, and now we have the Brunhilde here. He does not have flicker, and he is absolutely screwed. The Varus gets away because of her CC immunity, but not until after we manage to secure the first blood onto the Zenial, and that feels absolutely great. My jungle is finishing his clear on the bottom side of the map, but I have a pretty good idea that he's going to be rotating towards mid, and yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. So we will just go on along with him. We start charging up our stun, but the Varus is smart. She is not going to just stand there and get stunned. We run into the Cricknack in the bush. We forced him out as well. We checked the bush just in case they were camping. We know that he is around topside just because we cleared basically everything. We're going to start charging our freeze up now. We see the Cricknack uses his dash on the bird, and he already ulted, so he's definitely a fish out of water. We land our chain lance onto the Jinnar, and our team will be taking him out as well. We've already secured our team 3 kills. We are feeling fantastic right now. We're just gonna sit for vision, make sure nobody messes with our jungler taking the sentinel. The Varus was camping the bush on the left side, as you can see, and that's exactly why we do things like that, where we sit for vision, make sure nobody messes with our jungler while they're securing an objective. Because anyone can steal anything if they're lucky enough, right? My jungle's rotation is going to be resetting for the most part. He is going to go back to his blue after the Sentinel and Dragon are taken. The enemy team got the Dragon, but we're really not worried about that right now. We did secure 3 kills as well as the Sentinel, so we're definitely ahead in gold. The Hayate rotated up. We see the Varus. The knockup actually messes up our chain lance. The Hayate ult goes in. We're not level 4 yet. We cannot save anybody. The Hayate is really low. I want to cut him off. We are, but then the Florentino backs off. The Brunhilde is beating on the Hayate, but the Cricknack and Jinnar came from behind and managed to take out our Florentino and Zephys. We flicker forward trying to help out the Zephys, but it's just too late. The Dao Chen goes for the freeze, but that too is too late. The Cricknack has his ultimate back up, and they're looking for something, but they instead back off. I'm the only one clearing this mid wave because our Dao Chen, as you will see throughout this game, is kind of allergic to clearing her wave. She is going back right now. I didn't actually see her mana. I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head right now, but something tells me that she could have definitely stayed. We help out our jungler with his red buff just a little bit. I wasn't really sure if the enemy was going to possibly invade, so we started the pull, and then just because he showed up, then we can go ahead and back off. We help our Brunhilde clear the bot lane, giving her some nice little gold. We know the Varus is going to be in the river. We watched her walk into it. We land our nice little stun onto her, but she does have her CC immunity. She's going to be rotating back towards mid. Dao Chen should be careful. Dao Chen isn't really the person you want to be walking through river with. She's actually going towards the bot tower instead of coming back towards mid. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and end up clearing this wave without her because, like I mentioned before, guys, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. There was no reason for her to be bought for that long. In fact, me waiting for her to clear that wave messed up our rotation towards topside. I should have been top to help the Zephys gank. I shouldn't have cared about the Dao Chan's gold. I should have just cleared it and gone. But it's fine. We see the Zenial jumps in, but he is sitting under tower, and we know Cricknack is most likely around. We did see the Crick top, so we know that we can potentially look for something around here. But the Varus did pop her ghost, or rather her sprint, so nothing really comes of it. There's quite a few people around. The Hayate did just take the dragon for the enemy team, but we're not really sweating it. Dragon isn't worth much, guys. I say it every single video. I think at this point it's gold, and the experience that it gives is basically nothing. Here we see that the Diao-chan didn't clear her wave before rotating yet again, so we are forced to go ahead and clear that for her. The enemy has quite a few people around mid, so we should probably be a bit careful. We don't really know where the Kriknak is. We know that the Hayate was mid, and we know Hayate is rotating down. I wanted to catch him on his rotation, but we weren't really in place to do so. My Zephyrs, I thought, wanted to go for a dive, but instead we're just going to be taking these small camps. We really need to start not over committing for this, just because we see that the Kriknak is coming down from blue. He starts the blue buff, but we decide to back off, and that was definitely the better call. If we stayed for that blue buff, they could have 4-man collapsed, and that would have been a rough day, because we know that Diao-chan is not going to be rotating before that Kriknak. We watch our jungler's blue to make sure that nobody was taking it. Once we saw that it was all clear, we're just going to go ahead and stick back to what we were doing around mid. Diao-chan lands a nice freeze onto the Zenio. The Kriknak jumps in, but we stun him up before, so he's forced to back off. We do get our ultimate off, and we die to the general ult, and it's fine. The Zephyrs is going in, but it's way too late. Diao-chan and I and Brunhilde, all three of us, are really low. The Diao-chan actually ends up getting taken out because she was really greedy, and yeah, we really just need to back up. We're not super ahead right now. We haven't had any super amazing team fights, but soon, guys, soon, don't worry, all right? The Florentino rotates down, but finds the Varus in the bush. The Zephyrs went in on the Hayate, but he's kind of getting kited out. The Hayate's Death Sickle pops, and Florentino will take him out. My team gets collapsed on. We go ahead and stun up the Zenio. The Jinnar stops chasing. The Florentino goes back in, but he's in dangerous territory. We stun the Zenio out of his knockup. The Kriknak's Death Sickle does pop. Unfortunately, he lives, but we did get the Death Sickle out of him, and we saved our Florentino. So, good job, us. Give ourselves a nice little pat on the back. Yay. My Zephyrs is going back into his red side jungle. It's looking like he's going to reset, so we need to not look for any super crazy plays on the map, because anything we take is going to be inherently at a disadvantage since we don't have our jungler. That is, unless we get a pick on Hayate, which we don't. So we're just going to go ahead and clear up this mid wave. We have lots of wave clear, so we can exert lots of pressure on the map, especially if we know where the jungler is. The Kriknak did just take his blue buff, so we know he is doing his jungle clear once again. Very similar to what our jungler is currently doing. I see my jungler is making his way to the Sentinel, so I'm going to head over as well. We know that the Varus is around. I thought she was in that bush, but it looks like she backed up further. Again, just making sure we're giving our jungler vision and that nobody's messing with him while he takes objectives. We find a Jinnar. He ults down. We flicker and somehow end up like 17 miles away, but it's fine. We still land our stun. The Diao-chan freeze lands as well, and my team will be taking out the Jinnar. But hey, look at that. The Diao-chan didn't clear her wave once again, so the Varus will be taking out the mid tower. That is really unfortunate, but I think we end up... Oh no, okay, so we definitely shouldn't be chasing here because we've used a lot. I messed up my ultimate. The Zenio gets his ult off as well. Diao-chan gets her ult interrupted. The Zephyrs goes in. He gets a nice little 2-man stun. The Hayate popped his Purify, so my stun didn't do anything. The Zephyrs is chasing, but the Hayate is just gonna be kiting us. The Brunhilde was in the Dragon Pit the entire time, just kind of auto-attacking with her ult every now and then. Was kind of useless. I wish she would have positioned better. She could have helped us out more, but yeah, we definitely shouldn't have been chasing. We used a lot for the chase, which meant that they were able to turn because they had cooldowns up before we did. I told Diao-chan she needs to be clearing her wave because, boy, she really is not doing that at all. It's definitely messed up our flow of the game once or twice. Here, we're doing the same thing as we did before, just sitting, making sure nobody's messing with our jungler. Once we see that he's all clear, just going to go ahead and head back to mid, make sure that they can clear that wave, making sure we're giving them extra gold and using our waterstone stacks wherever we can. We find the Varus and the Hayate. The Kriknak goes in. We get a nice stun onto him. Zephyrs follows up with an ultimate. They take out the Kriknak. Jinnar is left. I pop my ultimate, saving the Florentino. I will be taken out by the Jinnar and Hayate ults together. I have to get out. The Zenio knocks us up, but everyone else is going for the Florentino. I'm charging up my stun. I'm looking for the play. I have flicker. I flicker for it. I get knocked up, but I get a 3-man max stun. My Zephy's ult and takes out the Hayate, and we get a nice little 5-for-1 ace. That was insane. We played that fight really well. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It means that we can take the mid towers, tanking up on purpose, definitely. I didn't need to tank there, but it's fine, really. They have one person alive now. It's the Cricknack. If he goes in, he is definitely dead. I'm walking forward, making sure he's not going to get that wave. We really need to back up now. I'm less than a quarter. Zephy's is at a quarter. The Dao-Chan's walking up. She's really slow. Everyone's respawning. They're going to get caught. I have a feeling, and there it is. Okay, they're caught. I could have ulted there, but they're definitely still dead, regardless of what they did. Florentino goes in, but that's a 1v4, bud. He needs to be careful. He flickers out, and he is safe and sound. The enemy team is giving a little bit of a chase, but after a second, they will go ahead and get off of us. The Florentino autoed the dragon, so it goes ahead and cancels our recall. Thanks for that, Florentino. I appreciate that a lot, bud. Once we finally end up getting back, we're going to go ahead and look at what our jungler is doing. He is going for his jungle clear once again. At this point in the game, buffs are basically really what matters, buffs and waves. I know my jungler isn't going to be putting too much priority on actually farming his jungle. It's mostly just going to be making sure we have our buffs and we have our waves. I've said that like 3 times. The Zephyrus finds a nice ult onto the Hayate. He's chasing him down. I land a full charge stun onto the Jinnar. Jinnar is kind of zoned. I stun up the Cricknack before he gets his ultimate off. He gets killed. The Jinnar's ult is going, but he doesn't do enough damage, and we will kill him as well. We're charging up our stun. We stop the Zenio ultimate. The Varus is looking like she can do something, but nope, she can't. And Zenio failed to jump over the wall, and that was really awkward. The Varus pulls us in. We land our stun, but no stun, just damage. And she's really tanky, so it doesn't really matter. We walk forward, we get the stun onto her, and we take her out before the game ends, and that'll be the game there, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this game as much as I did playing it. Please be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you do enjoy this type of content, guys, and I will be seeing you next time. See ya.